Hello, I'm Laura L. Watson, and I'm an actor from North Central Texas. Yep, we're bait. It's weird to think of my clothes as a worm, and myself as a hook. Especially 'cause I've already landed my fish. Bob. Bob the big mouth bass. But I'm gonna tell you why I flirt. Habit. There were probably a dozen reasons why at one time or another, but they're all dead now. Do you know, the other night Bob actually asked me to marry him? My husband proposed to me. It was precious. It really, really was. But it's also just exactly what it is about my marriage that drives me insane. It's the courtship. I thought that marriage was supposed to lead somewhere. I thought it was going to be this great adventure. Like death. I've always done well that you could see. I've always had money and some guy that adored me. Well, almost always. And I'm good looking, and I have nice clothes, and I've always lived in some place that was great, but it's been like photographs. And I want to be in a movie. I want to be in an adventure movie, one where half my clothes are torn off and I marry the chief and I'm thrown in a volcano, but I survive to become a Hollywood star. And then I'll give it all up. I'll give it all up to become a nun in an insane asylum in France where I learn about being silent and unknown. And then I'll invent something useful and good that the government and the corporations want to steal and twist for evil. So no, Rhonda Louise, I'm not ready to have a baby. There were parties in those days. One time, my sister dressed me up so I'd look older, but the bigger boys all knew me. So I stood alone until a boy my age came by. And we danced and got in everybody's way when we couldn't do the steps. We ran outside to chase fireflies. They heard us laughing. Back at school, we were only children again. But we smiled now and then and tried to get older as quickly as we could. Then the wars came back, just when we were grown. He was home for a while after they trained him. He looked more handsome than ever, but his laughter was gone. I studied and studied his face, but I couldn't find any fireflies there. When he shipped out, I didn't even go to see him off. He's home now. I went to meet him. He was dressed in pine boards. Now, entertain conjecture of a time when the creeping murmur and the pouring dark fills the wide vessel of the universe. From camp to camp, the hum of either army stilly sounds that the fixed sentinels almost receive the secret whispers of each other's watch. Fire answers fire, and through their paly flames each battle sees the other's umbered face. Steed threatens steed in high and boastful neighs, piercing the knight's dull ear. And from the tents, the armorers accomplishing the knights, with busy hammers closing rivets up, give dreadful note of preparation. The country cocks do crow, the clocks do toll, and the third hour of drowsy morning name. Proud of their numbers and secure in soul, the confident and over-lusty French do the low-rated English play at dice. The poor, condemned English, like sacrifices, sit by their fires and patiently ruminate the morning's danger, and their gesture sad, investing lank lean cheeks and war-worn coats, presenteth them unto the gazing moon so many horrid ghosts. Oh, now, behold the royal captain of this ruined band, walking from watch to watch, from tent to tent. Let him cry praise and glory on his head. For forth he goes, and visits all his host, bids them good morrow with a modest smile, and calls them brothers, friends, and countrymen. Upon his royal face there is no note how dread an army hath enrounded him, nor doth he dedicate one jot of colour unto the weary and all-watched night, but freshly smiles, and overbears a taint, with cheerful semblance and sweet majesty, that every wretch pining and pale before, beholding him, plucks comfort from his looks. Then, as mean and gentleness all, as unworthiness may define, a little touch of Harry in the night. And so our scene must to the battle fly, where Oh, for pity, we shall much disgrace, with 4 or 5 most vile and ragged foils, right ill-disposed, in brawl ridiculous, the name of Agincourt. Yet sit and see, minding true things by what their mockeries be. Down in the valley so low, late in the evening, hear the wind blow. Roses love sunshine, violets love dew, angels in heaven know